I swear to God, I remember one time I was in a box, right? And I'm looking out from my box, from the window of my box, I could see the yard, the main yard, right? And every day it would be a group of people out there in a cypher. Okay. You know, now, I don't know what's being said, but from the crowd reaction, I knew who the two dopest niggas who are in the jail. Shit. Because I'm looking out the window like, I don't know who he is, but every time that motherfucker start rapping, the crowd is doing this. Niggas is walking on, pointing backwards and shit. And I'm like, yo, when I get out this motherfucker, that's the target. Right.
Bars on I-95, skills over politics. That means bring your pen game, not your name. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning into the show lately. Everybody that's coming, all the newcomers that's been tapped in. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, and thank you for that. Every now and then we like to stop and interview some of the artists that come on the show, you know, just to catch up with everything that they got going on. And this next guest of mine that I brought on the show, he has a lot going on. There's some specific things that I really wanted to talk to him about that I think everyone needs to hear. On our platform, we give the spotlight and the platform for these type of interviews because it's important to the culture and important to up and coming rappers, even industry rappers. Because I believe so much information out there now is what keeps us ahead. Anyway, so we're gonna get right into it, man. Shoota, I appreciate you making it down here, man.
I appreciate you for having me. It was a long time coming. I know we couldn't get the logistics together.
By the way, he was supposed to be on the show since last year, so it's been a long time coming as far as the interview and the freestyle. Crazy freestyle, by the way. Wait until y'all hear it. Well, y'all might have already heard it already before the interview. But anyway, so first of all, when's the last time you was in Connecticut? I know.
Maybe it must have been maybe 2 months ago. Vinny the Butcher with the Griselda.
Oh yeah,
the Griselda team. My Griselda homies always, anytime they around this area, they always patch me. You know, they passing me the mic on the stage and show that love.
So I was actually there at that show, so I seen that. It was crazy.
Solid individual. Shout out to them.
So now, for those there's a lot of people who know who he is. There's a lot of people who don't know who you are. I just wanted to take the time and just introduce who you are, where you're from, just real quick.
I'm from Harlem. I'm from 112th Street. I'm from downtown Harlem. But you know, I don't like to say I'm from downtown. I like to just say I'm from Harlem because the separation thing is crazy. I like to just say we from Harlem. We love each other even when we hate each other. So, you know, and you know, my history and my intro into the music game was by way of the Dipset Bird Gang era. You know, shout out to Jim Jones for giving me a start.
Let's talk about that real quick. When you first, I knew who you were because you had that big ass MOB chain on.
I still got it.
Oh, all right. So I knew who you are, but like I said, they might not. A lot of the Connecticut fans and Massachusetts.
Connecticut know me out here. They fuck with me out here. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta start coming out here and doing some shows because I feel like I'm not servicing the crowd that really show love. Like when I was sending out my album, a lot of my shit was being sent out here to Connecticut. Wow. I know I got the mailing addresses, so I know.
That's fact. So, as far as the upcoming, with Dipset, how did that come about? Just talk briefly about that. How did that come about?
You know, they from, you know, we all neighborhood guys and shit, being throughout Harlem and all that like that, shit like that. So Jim was on his workout shit, heavy. And you know, me being an ex-convict myself who just got himself super brolic in jail, I said, you know what, it's my man, let me put him together. And we started working out together, and then I let him hear freestyle in the gym one day. I was like, yo, check this out. Listen to this. He was like, what, that's you? Matter of fact, I'm putting this shit on. As soon as I gave it to him, I swear to God, the mixtape was coming out maybe like 2 days ago. 2 days afterwards. And that's when Stack Bundles was alive. And so, you know, I was on the official project with these legends, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, however we look at it, whatever issues people have, certain people are still, you know, legends in their own right. Absolutely. You look at the hip-hop game, you can't take that away no matter what. Your personal or whatever it is, you know, certain people is legends.
Right,
you know
absolutely.
Now, legendary status.
Now, during that time, obviously, you still been making music, still been grinding. Now, I know you still got your relationship with Jim and all that. Tell me, from that point to this point, what have you been doing as far as music? Like, what you been doing musically?
You know what's crazy? Because when I was with Jim and them, you know, that was a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say the gift and the curse is this: is like when you know you by yourself, you forced to work harder because you're not expecting help. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't expect anything, so you do double the work because you know nothing else is coming your way until you do the work. So if I'm on an island by myself, I know no one's coming to rescue me. I'm gonna start chopping down some trees immediately and try to raft my way up out of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that was a gift and a curse. It was something that most people would have cut their foot off to be in that position, to be able to have that umbrella to fly under, because you know that, again, that's a legendary situation, Dipset. You know what I mean? So for me to be able to come into the game under that was a blessing all in itself. And in between that time of doing that, I didn't really care about music. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was happy just to be there. You know, I'm a person who did most of my time growing up in jail. So when you start talking about, yo, I'm taking you on a trip, we flying here, we doing the shows here, we get, you know, I like fight, I love that type of shit. So we at the clubs getting off into whatever we getting off into. And I wasn't caring about the music. So when you say, what was I doing musically? Even when I was in that situation, I don't feel like I was being as musical as I should have been, because I was expecting help. You understand what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I got the bed dinner. That's it. All I got my Dipset friends over here.
Straight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. They gonna get me situated. And so it made me lazy, was what I'm saying. So that was the curse part of it. But I was blessed to be in that situation. That was a blessing, because it still benefits now, because a lot of people know me from that. Though up to now, I built my own thing, you know, with the fact rap situation, building up that and just getting situated that way.
Now with the fact raps, because I know you learned a lot during that time when you was running with Jim and
a lot.
And then compared to now, what did you pick up? Because again, new artists that's coming in the industry, I like to focus a lot on giving them like heads up.
Right.
Now, you learned a lot during that time compared to you doing independent. You're independent right now. You're not signed
100% not signed nobody.
So you went from a situation with them to you being independent.
Right.
Tell me the differences between that time and that. And I know you said you wasn't really taking rap as serious.
Well, before I answer that, I'm gonna say this. What made me get serious was watching other people come and progress in their craft, because they were steadfast on it. They stood on it. And so, and for example, like that, again, that was the blessing of being around that situation, was that I got to see all of these different people coming through. We had a studio in Midtown Manhattan at the time, and I believe it was Kevin Gates had came through. And this was before he was anybody. He was nobody. He just had all he came to the studio with was his wife. The girl he's married to now. That was all he came to the studio with. And I remember him, he was like, yo, I just got out of jail, you know, really, I'm on my grind, I'm doing music, and this is my street team right here. Me and my lady. I think they may have had one other person with them, but that was the gist of it right there, you understand? And we was in the studio, Free My Brother Gato, we would turn the studio into a gambling spot, you know what I mean? We would just be big dice games in the studio. Nobody's making music, Jim is making music, and nobody else is making music, because we making gambling shit. And that particular day, we started a dice game, and Kevin Gates just disappeared off into the A room, like he was over there. When about an hour or two later, he came out and said, yo, I'm out. Jim said, yo, stick around, do some music. He said, I already did 5 songs in there. He said, where's the engineer? He said, I recorded myself. I brought the mic out to the thing, and he said, I put 5 verses and 5 hooks for you. Do whatever you're gonna do with them. I'm out. Thank you for the opportunity. And kept it pushing. Now, at that time, I was like, man, homie, bugging out. You know what I'm saying? He extra thirsty to record. But he was steadfast on his, he knew what he was there to do. He wasn't there to play games. He wasn't there to come meet us and, you know what I'm saying, see Jim's entourage and play dice with us and say, yo, I was with Shoota, I was with guy. He didn't give a fuck about none of that. He came there with what he had to do. He did it and got out the way. And so me watching, and then months down the road, years, maybe it was like a year later, he's Kevin Gates, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, that was homie who was, and that was with several different people. So me watching that saying, imagine, that's giving hope to the hopeless. It's like when you thinking what it couldn't happen before, you actually watch somebody that you could say, I seen him come through. That wasn't the machine that put him in position. He did that to himself.
He was a witness.
I was a witness. I remember. He probably don't remember me from that, but I can assure you that he remembers that scenario of him coming to the studio and going in the room and recording his own music. And that's what made me get serious about it. I was like, yo, you know what? I tapped out of music completely. I said, I'm not going to the studio no more, because so much of my sound was contingent upon things that was out of my control. I couldn't control these things, like the engineer not being good, the beats that people were sending me not being as great as the beat they would send somebody else who's established. You understand? So I just said, yo, you know what? I'm done with rapping in the studio. I'm just gonna do freestyles from my house in my phone. Set the phone up in my computer room, and I'm gonna do freestyles like that, playing known instrumental that people already affiliated with. They already know to familiarize themselves with this instrumental, so they have a connection with that. So now what's my skill set? It's on me now. It's just the beat and Shoota.
Right.
So now that got me further than anything else ever got me. Like I remember when I first started doing it, my man said, yo, you bugging, go to the studio still. I said, nah, you never know. This internet shit is so wild.
Right.
You never know who's gonna listen to your shit. This was me and Errol having this conversation.
Right.
I said, yo, you never know who's gonna listen. And you can ask him, as time was going, I would call him up, dumb hype. Yo, Nas just like 2 joints. Oh shit, yo, you understand, for me, I'm a man first, right? But I'm also a fan of these people. And being a man, I'm secure with saying I'm a fan of these people.
Though.
You know what I mean? And being excited about them acknowledging me for what I want to be acknowledged for. Because when you coming from the streets, you get acknowledged for whatever you getting acknowledged for out in the street. And that shit is passe. It's like, all right, at some point you got to be a man. It's to put that to the side. What are you standing on for real? What are you really standing on? So, I'm just happy to see these guys, Fab, this guy, all of these different people that just took a liking to Shoota for what I was doing ball-wise. Like you said, this is perfect thing. Skills over politics. It was, I'm talking, I got DMs from everybody, all sorts, the legends. When they see me, they show love like I've been in the game for forever or something.
Now, just real quick before you move on with that. Now, if those of you who don't know, if you follow him on Instagram, he does these videos of freestyles, and he puts them out every now and then, probably once a week, maybe.
You know what? It's no schedule.
Right.
You see how people do their schedule, and people be having like Freestyle Friday, Bar Sunday. I don't do none of that. It's just impromptu. I wake up in the morning and feel some sort of way. Because my shit is, I don't write rap. That's the thing. I didn't write none of those bars that I spit here. I don't write rap down. Actually, I don't write rap. So I just listen to the beat and I get my shit together. So for me, rap is feeling. That's why you could feel my shit, because it's all feeling. It's all what I feel at that moment. So if I wake up in the morning, I'm upset, I get off into my shit. You know what I mean? I put my bars together. And when I first started doing it, no gas, I had a couple thousand followers, maybe like 4,000 followers to start with, right? I was getting like 2 comments. The bars were dope. It's so funny because the shit is so fickle, because I could go back now and take those same freestyles that was getting 2 comments when I just started. I put them now, and it's 300 comments. It went, oh shit, why didn't it do that when because people weren't acclimated to it. Once they get us acclimated to your sound, now everything you say is like, okay, they listening for the bars. You're like, oh, I know it's coming from this shit. Let me listen. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, at the end of the day, your bars still got to be fire.
Your bars
shit had to been fire. That shit just don't go viral.
The bars was fire. But what I'm saying is, when you're unknown, you see how this whole platform is skills over politics. For instance, I may not have spit the best bars, right? I did spit the best bars, but I may not have. I could have came up here bullshitted around, but being that I have somewhat of a name, somebody who you had up here who spit way harder than me wouldn't get as much views because they don't have the same name as me. So even though it's skills over politics, my fans are gonna go check for that. You understand? So it's the same thing when I first started doing that. It was like people, they seeing somebody waking up, it's 8 in the morning, I'm posting these freestyles. You feel me? Who the fuck is waking up at 8 in the morning screaming and yelling into their phone? Because I get emotional.
And he's bombing on these joints too. So let's just talk about that. Where did you get that, and again, let's just backtrack into, you were running with Jim and them.
Right.
So you was watching their business decision making, how they move in the industry, and you were seeing a lot of other niggas that was moving around them. Fast forward that to now, where did you come up with your marketing strategy? Because that's all marketing. If you want to really go into putting labels on them, that's considered marketing.
What, as far as how I was doing the freestyle?
How you just decided and said, yo, fuck that, I'm not doing this music shit like they doing. I'm gonna just do these freestyles the way I'm doing.
You want to hear what the honest truth?
What?
I swear to God, there was no thought to it. It was just the love for the music.
Okay.
It was, I didn't give a fuck about the industry of it. I didn't care about the music industry itself. Like, I wasn't trying to get the money out of it when I started doing the freestyles. It was, I just wanted people, I took it back to me when I first started learning how to rap in prison. And I was thinking, I just want everybody in this yard to know that I'm dope.
Right.
That's when I swear to God, I remember one time I was in a box, right? And I'm looking out from my box, from the window of my box, I could see the yard, the main yard, right? And every day it would be a group of people out there in a cypher. Okay. You know, now, I don't know what's being said, but from the crowd reaction, I knew who the two dopest niggas are in the jail.
Shit.
Because I'm looking out the window like, I don't know who he is, but every time that motherfucker start rapping, the crowd is doing this. Niggas is walking off, pointing backwards and shit. And I'm like, yo, when I get out this motherfucker, that's the target. So I'm in my cell writing bars directed at him. He don't even know I exist. That's how the music industry is. So when you think you at the top, you better keep on working because there's somebody that's watching you that say, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker off. I'm gonna knock him off. I'm better than him. And that's what I was thinking. So I took it back to that. It was just, I just want everybody to know I'm dope. That's it. So that was it wasn't no strategic, there wasn't nothing strategic about it. It was just me saying, I want people to know Shoota could rap. Fuck the money. You know I could rap. You know that. I don't get, you may be more famous, but you know I could rap, motherfucker. You know that. That's what you know what I'm saying? So
now now bring it back around. Skills over politics, that means bring your pen game, not your name. That's important for me. And I stamp that and I stand on that. That's what we believe in on this show. My partners, my staff, everybody here, we live and breathe that skills over politics shit. And for artists like him, that's why I invited him up, because I know I did my research. Every artist that come up here, I do my research on all y'all. Every single person. And I know a little more about you than the other platforms, these bigger platforms, because they don't, let me not even get into that. We give a fuck here. And a lot of them, when they come on my show,
see, that's the key thing. You care.
Right.
But you can sense when somebody don't care. You ever speaking to somebody and you telling them something and they just staring off. They're looking at you, but they're not looking at you. They're looking through you.
Not listening.
They're not listening. And that's what the bodies.
And that's what I'm going back into, to just bring it all the way back around. The caring of how he came to be. It wasn't even on no dick riding shit. It wasn't even on it was him loving what he was doing and him really being nice. At the end of the day, you still gotta be nice. You still
gotta be nice.
You know what I'm saying?
And even now, it's like, look, my phone, I got everybody's number. I know everybody. I could call in favors and be like, yo, I need a verse, I need this, I need that. But I don't do it because it's about Shoota. It's about feeding my fan base. When they ready, when my fan base is ready, like, yo, you gotta start doing, they're gonna tell me. Because they tell me. My fans help, that's the thing. My fans help guide this. They help guide it because they be like, yo, Shoota, do this freestyle, do this beat. And I'll go listen, oh yeah, that was dope. Or yo, they come up with ideas, I be on live, we be shooting shit back and forth. I listen to beats on live with my fans. They pick, in fact, Fact Rap 1, which I sold independently, all the beats was picked by fans on live. I'd go on live, I'd have 10 different beats being sent in, I'd listen to them, oh yeah, that one. And I'd take it to the studio and do it. And then I would pick the records like that.
Now, this is what caught my attention out of a lot of shit he was doing. It wasn't even the gym affiliation. It wasn't even how, it was partial of how nice he is when it comes to the bars. But marketing-wise and a business structure of your music. And
now that didn't happen happenstance. That was a strategy. How I sell the music.
Right. So let's talk about that. Right. He got these. He got a series of projects that he dropped already called Fact Rap 1 and Fact Rap 2.
Well, Fact Rap 1 is out and Fact Rap 2 is dropping. I wanted to make sure I came and speak to the people up here at Bars on I-95 first to solidify the project. It's solidified now. Now Fact Rap 2 is dropping.
You got a date? Do we got a date yet?
No. I'm just mixing records right now. I'm just mixing the records.
All right, bet. So, all right, tell me about how you went about Fact Rap 1.
With the selling of it? The selling of it? Because that's what we doing. If we gonna be in the music business, we gotta do business.
Yeah, right. You understand the business.
All right, I understand. Yes, I understand the business of it. And what I understand is this. Simple business is, if all of us are doing business together, but she's the only one counting the money, she's in the room by herself, no one else knows what's coming in but her. How much trust do we have in her? We have to trust her, right?
You have no choice.
We have no choice. No, we do have a choice because it's it's a way to go around this shit.
But in that situation,
in that situation, we must trust her wholly, right? Completely, right? I don't trust the machine. So when they talking about, yo, you gonna count up my streams and tell me how much streams, how many streams I got, and how did you get this scale to decide that it take 30 million streams for me to get $20,000, but you got yours up front? You know what I'm saying? Because people paying subscriptions to these streaming sites, right? So they getting theirs up front. Now don't get me wrong. People are, they taking what I say the easy route, because you just sign your wife away and you sit back and collect your check off your stream. You let them tell you, you made 12,000 this month off streams. Now, hopefully you getting some show money to subsidize this shit. Is peanuts.
Right.
When you think of the grand scheme,
number.
look, like you said, but how I'm selling my project, in a time where, like I said, you could go on there and pay $9.99 or whatever it is for the subscription for these streaming services, right? And you have access to everybody's album who's streaming, right? In that climate, I'm able to take Fact Rap album, which is only 10 to 11 songs, 32 minutes of music, and sell it for $25 and be successful at doing it. Now, when I say successful, it's relative, because some people might say, oh, you ain't sell 15,000 records. Yeah, but 15, you might have sold 50,000 and ain't get what I got off of me selling 4,000.
Right. So let's slow it down. So Fact Rap Run, you did your album, and you didn't put it on any streaming platform.
There's no stream. You can't stream Fact Rap. You can't. This shit is not for stream, because this is boutique. You can't go to Bloomingdale's and get no 101 boutique clothing, can you?
No.
You going to get the rack shit.
Right.
So, for the people who want to go get the streaming shit, go ahead and get it. That's off the rack. This boutique.
Right.
This is boutique flows.
So now you put it on a webpage, a website.
No, it's no website. It's no web. Listen, here's the thing. I'm using the machine to help me. Like, to see how the machine is purposely helping who they believe, like the streaming people. They're gonna make sure that how we spoke about, they got blogs that the machine is sponsoring. And if you want an artist to pop, you have 50 different blogs post that same artist. When the machine controls those 50 blogs, how easy it is to make an artist successful. Post those people. Post little shithead and get him everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? By the mall, he'd be known everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? But with this Fact Rap shit, for me, I gotta market it myself, right? So what do? I have Instagram. Who's following me on Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
My people. I built those people up painstakingly by me waking up, doing freestyles time after time after time and time again. I built those people up. Do I need iTunes, Tidal? No disrespect to iTunes or Tidal, but I don't need y'all to serve the people I already have. Why do I need to bring you to my block? These my fiends. I got the drugs. I got the drugs. These are my fiends, but I'm going to bring you to my block and say serve them for me and keep 30% of the money. Fuck that. Bring the fiends to the block. The block is Instagram. That's my block. That's where I'm trapping every day on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? So when I start DMing people and they DM me, yo, Shoota, can I get the album? Blah, blah, blah. Sure, Cash App me. What? Cash App you? Yeah, that's how we doing business. Why I'm doing Cash App, people are like, yo, Shoota, you should set up a website. No, I'm not setting up a website, because then I got to be the security officer of that website. Meaning, you got to protect these people's, when you put your financial information in, you got to have security measures in there to make sure the hackers ain't stealing these people's information. People don't want to know that they could come to your website, buy some shit, and then they shit is all over the internet. But guess what? If they go through Cash App, who has their own security measures, because Whitey gonna protect their shit. Excuse me, when I say Whitey, I don't mean white people. I mean the machine, who's usually manned by Whitey. So,
facts.
Yeah. So I'm just saying in that regard, listen, I just can't trust the people, man. You can't tell me, you can't beat me all my life and then tell me to put the money in your hands and let you count it out for me.
So you get direct consumer.
Yeah, DTC. I learned that term once I put the album. I didn't even know what that was. Somebody, I think Wayne O said, he said, yo, see what you doing is DTC. I said, nah, I'm selling my project hand to hand. He said, no, but that's what I'm saying. You do it. I don't know what you're saying, Wayne, but what I'm saying is
that's direct to consumer. That's from him, direct to consumer.
So direct to consumer, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so and let's just talk about it number wise, right? Because it's so real to me. It makes so much sense to me that I want people to get it straight.
All right, look.
When you dropped Fact Raps 1 and you sold it $25 a pop directly to your consumers.
Right.
They got it by contacting you and they sent you
through the machine.
Through the machine. Through the machine.
I'm using 2 machines
for them to get it right to you.
Right to me.
And then the Cash App was the one with their security.
They got their security measures,
and they sent it directly through you.
And they sent it directly through me.
You sold how many copies did you sell up there?
I don't want to give a direct number.
Just know it was because I know. Again,
I don't want to give a direct number, but I just want to look like I get left off bad and bougie.
I got you. Listen. I got you. I want to. That's important. I want y'all to know it was a good number, right? It was a good number. It was a great number. And if you compare it to like industry and the way he did it, it makes super sense. super sense. I'm not gonna put his numbers out there. Just know it's effective. That's why he's dropping fact raps too.
I'm gonna keep dropping projects until I can't drop no more. And only way, and I don't even know if I should say this in a public forum, but the only way that I could possibly see myself doing business with a Tidal or any sort of streaming service, iTunes, whatever the streaming service is if they tell me, yo, Shoota, look, we gonna put your shit up there, but it's no stream. They gotta buy it. And that's all I want is for you allow me access, because now I'm on your block. I'm not no longer on my block. See, Instagram, my page is my block. I don't need y'all to help me with that. I can manage these people on my own. I got these people, they set, you know, I got 40,000, I got 49,000 followers. If I get 10% of them to buy the project, think about that. 4,900 people to buy the project. 4,900 times 25. It's like $125,000 or something, whatever the fuck it is. It's easy money. And how fast, and depending on me, the whole thing again, it's all on me. How fast do I sell the record? How fast as I want to sell them? Am I gonna get up and do the numbers every day? Am I gonna contact 1,000 people every day and let them know that I have a product out there for $25? Am I gonna do that? Am I willing to do that? Because out of the 1,000 people I contact, I'm only hoping to sell 100 of them a thing. And if I could do that every day,
you should. Numbers make sense.
Numbers make sense. If I do that every day for a year, think about how big the world is. I don't have to be Drake. I don't even care to be him.
As long as the numbers
I
make
can
sense.
The numbers gonna make sense for me. And so it don't make sense to me to do it no more, then I'll do it another way. But right now, all the flamingos are walking that way. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? They all walking that way. I'm going this way.
Now I sent you some shit a while back, and I was just like, yo, with Ryan Leslie shit. I was like, yo, Ryan Leslie's doing some shit like this where he's saying fuck that. I'm not same thing you saying.
Now look,
he's saying fuck all that.
And when you sent it to me, I was like, damn, A sent me this. Why he sent me this? I'm doing the same thing. But then I had to really watch it. And I said, you know what though? We're doing the same thing but different. You see, because what they do is like, see what I'm doing, I have an intimate interaction with everybody who purchased my album. I have we've had an intimate reaction, meaning you contacted me, it was me who answered the DM and said, yo, you want the product? Yo, whoa, thank you, G's. Yo, I got your address, I have your email, I have your phone number. I got a list of people. Think about it, if you want to sell your project, right? And I say, yo, hey, you know what? Don't stream your shit. Give it to me. Let me work it for you. I got a list of 7,000 people who are guaranteed buyers. I'm not saying they're gonna buy your shit, but they're willing to buy because they've brought mine.
And I can directly contact
And I can directly contact
that's what you really
How valuable is that list?
Direct.
We in an information age. That's what's for sale. Information is for sale. Our information is being sold every day. Whether we passive aggressive about it, somebody is being aggressive about that motherfucking information being sold. And so I got to sell my information. My information is for sale. I got all these people contacts. So when I put Fact Rap 2 out, now it's no longer me fishing. I have 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 people to say, here, the album is out. Right in their email immediately. And now, you understand? They already purchased. They're guaranteed buyers. So why would I sit there and say, yo, that's why I can't get with the streaming thing. Like, it don't make no sense. I got full
line. That's vertical. They call that.
And so look, and Fact Rap 1, being that was my baby, I gave it to them for a discount because I wasn't supposed to put it out for $25. Fact Rap 2 is $50.
Right, you sold it for $25.
Fact Rap 2 is $50. Do you know why it's $50? Why? Because it's boutique, They can't get it from everywhere. That's it. They can't get it from everywhere. That's it. That's the only place you could get it. You can't stream it. You can't get it nowhere else. It's for you or it ain't.
So let me fuck the game up real quick. Because you already fucked it up completely. Now let me just bring it into more where it would make crazy sense. Imagine if Drake did that.
Oh man!
So imagine the numbers.
If Drake cuts ties with Apple, but today
everybody
they kill him by the mall.
No, everybody.
No. See, for me to do it, listen to me.
I get it.
It's a rabbit hole. Let's not be silly about this shit here now. Because listen to me. They killed Sam Cooke about this shit, man. People die about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you start puzzling with somebody's money and start making people believe that I don't need you. Imagine me coming to your block, you got all of them working for you, and I tell them they don't need you, and I show them the way why they don't need you. How you feel about me? But see, right now, I'm not big enough to make a dent in their infrastructure, so fuck him. Let him do what he's doing.
Make it 6 figures.
Make it, who cares? Make drop your bins. I don't care. Don't buy your jewelry. Whatever. They don't care. But if Drake do it, that will make an impact because all those, imagine the people that he's inspiring to say, why do I need them?
Yeah, imagine everybody else start doing it.
You're taking the money directly out their hand. That man, I don't know, man.
So I just want
a dangerous move for somebody else to do.
Just understand the magnitude of what he's doing. That's why I wanted to really talk to him about it, because that's important, right? And this is, I still consider you a new artist.
Right.
I still consider you a new artist. He's been around doing it with some of y'all veterans, but new artists coming up with these marketing strategies and these business moves. We're in 2020. We got to smarten up as a culture.
We got to.
Period.
We got to.
And as you move forward with that, and my brother, I want to make sure, I wish you many success on that journey, because that thought frame is going to take you further than 100%. The actual business. It's not even the business.
But see, and the thing for me is, like I always tell people, it's not about Shoota the artist, because it's more about fact rap. I don't care about me as the artist. I'm gonna fade out. People gonna get, no matter how nice I am, people gonna get tired of listening to me rap about the rats, and they gonna be tired of me saying my it's folklore. It's like we in the hood, we had our time. So people gonna get tired of that. But in the end, fact rap will stand.
Okay.
The brand itself and what I've done, the way I've set it up. And show people, don't be afraid to do it. When I'm telling people this, and it's so crazy, because like you say, yo, can we talk about it? And you thought I would say no. I want to talk about it. I want other rappers and other artists to feel the same way, because then it makes it easier for all of us to sell what we doing. When people, people say to me, yo, shoot, I can't believe I'm paying for this album. I haven't brought music in years, because they so used to streaming. They paying they $9.99. That shit coming straight out your account. You don't even feel it. You just know you can go on iTunes and type in whatever you want and listen to whatever you want. So when people are buying my album in that climate, that should make me feel good, because now I'm really confident that it's boutique, because they coming back and saying, where's part 2? Yeah,
you tapped in.
They begging me for part 2.
They tapped in.
I can't make this shit fast enough for them. I swear to God, I can't make it fast enough. They tapped in. I can't. If my only regret is I could make it. I wish I could make it faster. That's it. I wish I could serve these people faster.
So let's just that was important for me to talk about, because I know there's a lot of artists right now that's on the come up. They rap. They want to find their way into this industry. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Their position.
It's simple. It's simple. Do you want to be the guy that's saying, "Yo, free my man," or do you want to be the guy that they saying, "Free my man"? You understand? You want to be the guy that's saying, "Free my man," or do you want to be the guy that's in and they saying, "Free my man"? Because you're gonna end up in, if you financially destitute, you're gonna end up in.
Absolutely.
Because our lifestyles is, you're gonna take a risk, you're gonna take a shot. And you're gonna end up in eventually. I mean, the long term gist of it is like, we know the street shit. We take our risks, we take our shots. People do this, people do that, and then you grow out of it, or you progress out of it, or not. And you see the people who are not. The or nots are the people who you see they in their 40s and they still there doing the same thing they did at 16. You know what I mean?
That's true.
We gotta progress. That's the whole thing. And so, do you want to, as an artist coming in, do you want to be that guy? Or do you want to be that guy? I'd rather be the guy that's out here saying free him, and then hopefully I could pay some appeal money, or help with lawyer fees. I like this position much better. I like going to the visit floor and seeing my mans and providing hope and walking off when it's over. And getting back in my joint and watching the prison in the rear view of my car like, smaller. Woo! So it's simple. Do you want to be that guy? Not. So if you want to be the guy who's out here, sell your music. If you have 1,000 people on your Instagram, just hope to sell 100 of them. And put it at a price where they're gonna, because again, it's boutique. The less of it, the more you charge. You can't get it everywhere. That's the reason why it's more. When you start becoming McDonald's of the rap, then your shit is $1.99 on iTunes.
Because you got
you go into Walmart and your shit is in the bin.
Value. Now you got value.
Because it's too much of it. What you doing is not a novelty. Everybody's doing it. You understand what I'm saying? But when you boutiquing,
special.
It's special, man. No matter what I say, yo, you heard what he said?
So where did that business idea, where did that mindset come from?
From my dad. It started before I was born. See? So this game was handed down.
So you've been...
Yeah, it's genetic. A lot of this shit is genetic, man. A lot of this shit is genetic, man. You can't be stupid genetically. I mean, you can't be smart what I'm saying is, if your parents were stupid, they didn't teach you anything, and you didn't watch them giving you game, then that's what you're gonna end up being, just like them. You're gonna be just like them because they didn't give you no game unless you was able to get game from somewhere else. You see, so when you ask me where I get this business strategy, I watch my pops. My pops own a restaurant in the Bronx to this day, and everybody in the Bronx know my pops. My pops, the Iman out there, right? And everybody, when I was a kid, I used to go to his restaurant. I swear to God, this restaurant would be. I used to say, "Mom, when does the restaurant close?"
Cause it's lit.
Yo, cause the shit never closed. It was that, yo, he had a little spot up under the register with a little mat and that shit, and he'd be up under the shelf. Business is going on around him. Notice where he's sleeping, under the register. You know what that taught me? Watch the fucking money. Keep your eye on the money at all times. Cause he was sleep. He could have been in the basement, which was all done up. Anywhere. Bed down there. No, he slept right up under the register. Every time that shit said ching. He watching that. So when you say where I get it from, I learned to watch my money from a kid. I was one of those kids. My pops would give me the money. I swear to God, I'd take the money and go iron it. Cause I wanted to have the money. I wanted to be nice. I always knew I wanted money. Eh? I always knew I wanted some lines. I always knew that I needed me some money, right? And so when I would get the money, I would iron it. So what I'm saying is, all of this is game that I learned from my pops. I watched him stacking money up. I watched him how he treat people. My pops is, he could be a guy that he don't have to be as nice as he is, but he is. And that's powerful. You understand? So you get your game. When you ask me where I get it from, I get it. This wasn't none. You just can't wake up one day and decide business 101 is your shit.
Nah, cause that's some shit. You don't just pick up that.
You don't just pick that up. That's something that was already in my head. It just took something to activate it. You know what I mean? Something, it was the grind, which was this. This was the music. Now I'm doing music, so now I'm thinking ways to get my music out there.
So Fact Raps 2 is coming.
Fact Rap 2 is coming.
Officially.
Fact Rap 2, I have...
You doing features?
Yes, on Fact Rap 2. The feature I'm most proud of with Fact Rap 2, and why I didn't add many more features, is because I didn't want to water down the one feature that I'm actually like ecstatic about, which is AZ.
That's fire.
Do you know?
Nah, that's fire.
Listen to me.
You talking to a hip hop head? That's fire.
That's like equivalent to.
That's fire.
I don't know. Little Nas X doing the song with Billy Bob. Who he did the song with? How he got the? That was Billy. What was his name?
Billy something.
Old Town Road shit. Huh?
Yeah,
Billy Ray Cyrus. All right, so it's the equivalent of that. I have my Billy Ray Cyrus on my album.
That's fine.
AZ.
That's fine.
We talk about a legend. We ain't talking about somebody you take lightly. I remember.
Yeah, you one of the gods.
Visualizing the realism of life and that. Come on.
Firm, nigga, the firm right there. So what?
I got AR Rab and Dark Low.
That's fine.
Free AR Rab and Dark Low. I got some of they.
You caught them before you.
Yeah,
Woo,
yeah. I got.
That's about to get crazy. I got the same track. They both on the same track.
We both on the same track. And as y'all know from Fact Rap 1, I just had a track with just me and Dark Low, right? But the funny thing is, I did the song with all three of us together first.
And then you held on.
But I held on to it because by then, AR Rab had already caught his case. He was already in. And I said, you know what? Let me put the Dark Low joint out. That's going to make people say, damn, I wish AR Rab would have been here to get on a record with them. That would have been crazy. But we already got it because it's already in the... So now I'm going to put it because I know y'all asking for it. So now I double back and give it to them now. I know they asking for it. They can't wait to get it.
Who else you got on there?
And you know, I'm for the underdogs. My brother, Hard Luck. I got Hard Luck on there. Errol, real name, he gonna be on there. I'm gonna take I'm gonna just take one of his splashes and just put it on. I don't even want to do the song with him because the nigga's retarded.
Yeah, he's different.
My man is retarded. If y'all not following my man, make sure
he's
y'all
on the show already.
Errol, real name.
I already know he's on the show already.
Ain't nobody fucking with us. Outside of me, he the only rapper that I'll even be like, yo.
Nah, he different. He different.
Nah, he's all the way different. So you know. That's it. That's it. It's grassroots shit. Like I said, I don't want to water it down with too much of everybody else and not enough Shoota. Because think about it. If you do an album and everybody is a feature on every song, you mean to tell me that I'm charging people? I'm charging because I'm not doing iTunes. So I got to do it differently. I got to treat this as boutique. I can't be giving them one verse of Shoota on every song because I got features on every track. That means you pay $50 to hear me rap 16 times. That was it. Instead of getting a full thought, like I got shit to say, I got things that need to get out. On the project, I did a song actually about my mom's that was real touching for me because my mom's had her first kid when she was 13, so she don't know. Like for me, I'm like, damn, yo. When I think about it, like, as a man now, when you a kid, we don't give our parents enough credit, or even the women in our life enough credit. You know what I mean? Because what they've been through is like. as a kid, I couldn't even take in the full scope of that of somebody having a baby at 13. But now I'm looking at a kid that's 13 and I'm like, imagine her with a kid. That was my mother.
Crazy.
That look, you know what I'm saying? And most that would have broke people. Yeah. But that didn't break my moms. My moms, no matter what we went through, she kept the family together. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I'll never forget that. And as I get older, it makes I'm more like appreciative of it because I know how easy it is to let go. Right. I watch people let go of things they love all the time. Right. For whatever reason, whether they want to run the streets or just be young. Think about it, 13-year-old kid.
That's a kid, bro.
You know what I'm saying? She had me when she was 20. So, you know, me and my older brother and I, we grew up with our moms. So, you know, I always tell my younger brothers, you know, y'all know a different mommy. Right. Y'all know a mother. Right, we know like a sister. Like, you know what I mean? I remember when we was young and my mom's walking, she bad and niggas trying to holler and I was that kid that was like, whoa, you looking at my mother, them trying to kick at you and all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just touching music, you know what I mean? Like everything that I do as far as music-wise is feeling. Because music should evoke some type of feeling. Since it should have some type of sentiment in you. When you listen to it, whether it make you want to dance, whether it make you want to party, whether it make you want to cry, laugh, rejoice, think about some nostalgic shit, whatever it is, it should make you feel something. Like, damn, yo, I felt what he was saying because you know what I mean? I went through that too myself.
It connects.
And that's what music is. So the more you connect with people, you know, and that's why I said you don't need everybody because there's so many people in the world.
Connect with you.
That's gonna, even the weirdo, like who when I don't even want to say a weirdo, somebody who's just out the way. He's not I don't like to say weirdo because you know what? At one time, the shit that's normal today was considered weird. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think back to when our parents used to be like, man, that ain't rap. What is that Nas shit? Man, I'll tell you some rap, Kumo D. Who Nas got it from. You know, we got it. This shit gets passed down like a baton. So, you know.
So, you know, this is the reason why we do these interviews, man. And again, I'm only doing it for specific.
If you don't have nothing to say, he's not interviewing you. If you don't have
See,
nothing, you don't have anything to add.
Nah,
because you always
I'm trying to be nice.
because you trying to be politically correct.
I'm trying to be nice here.
This is not the time for that. Hey, listen, seriously, we in a dangerous time. Yeah. We in a dangerous time. We gotta protect the culture.
That's a fact.
We are under attack and we the only ones that don't know it.
That's a fact.
It's crazy.
That's a fact.
It's crazy. Like, think about it. Yo, when you see a group of young black kids and they got a circle around a young white kid. Again, I'm not racist. I don't care nothing about none of that. But what I'm saying is, because they think that's the way in. It's like, yo, let me get the one white kid. He's gonna jump around and say, even if I gotta write this shit for him, he gonna say the gangster shit is gonna sound cooler coming from him. You understand? It's gonna get up. We under attack. We under attack. People can't even be themselves no more. You can't even be yourself. So what I'm saying is, fuck all that politically correct shit. Stand on it. We gotta stand on this shit. Like that's why I don't do music with a lot of people. I don't even take pictures with people. Cause I said before, I don't want to have to go through my Instagram and delete you. Cause you done did some nut shit and they caught me standing next to you 8 months ago. Yo, Shoota,
and that always happens.
You know what I'm saying? It always happens. So it ain't the time to be all the niceties and all that. It's time to start cutting the dead weight out this shit. Get these people out the way. You don't have nothing to add on, get out the way.
And that's why, again, you gotta understand the reasons why I invite dudes like him on the show. And that's why we gonna stand firm, because this is what my show is about.
And
what you represent and what he stands for and the message he's putting out there and how he moves and the type of shit he on. That's the type of shit we on with this show. When I say skills over politics, I mean it.
That's it.
I don't care. Money can't get you on the show. Every artist that's in my DM, emails we got, I have no rappers ever sent money to be on. I pick who I want to have on this show. I don't care if a label reaches out and said this nigga got 100 million streams. If you don't got what the show stands for. And that
streaming shit is fake.
That's a fact.
You want me to tell you about the streaming? I ain't gonna get off into the streaming shit. Shit is fake.
Talk about that. I told you this was talking about that.
I ain't gonna get off. Lightly, I'll just say this. The machine is always at work.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
The machine is always at work. And they always at work. And they always, what? At work.
That's a fact.
That's always at work.
That's a fact.
They go work, I'm telling you.
Skills over politics, that means bring your pen game.
Bring your pen game.
Not your name.
Not your name.
This is what we do, is for the culture, man.
Bars! Battle rapping niggas be saying. I think they all